Hey drummers, how's it going? It's Alex once again, bringing you some more fun-free drumming ideas. Apologies there was no lesson last week. Did my back in quite severely and was kind of like this for about 2 or 3 days. But I got a couple of massages and that helped thoroughly. So, moving on to today's lesson, we've got a lovely little groove on the toms, as promised. You've got this sort of 4 on the floor action, so the right hand's playing 8th notes, the kick drum's obviously just pumping away on beat 1, 2, 3 and 4. And the left hand's going to be the percussive one, it's going to be going around sort of filling in and adding some notes on like the ands of certain beats on the high tom, bringing the snare drum and some open hi-hats as well. I'd love to say this drum beat was mine, but it's not. I've straight up stolen it from another drummer called Garrett Goodwin, who's currently drumming for Carrie Underwood at the moment. I saw it on his Instagram page and I was like, ooh, I like that. Can I do a lesson on that? And he got back to me and said it was completely fine. So technically it's not stealing, it's just borrowing. So if you like what you saw in the intro and you want to give this one a crack, stick around. I'll break it down. Here we go. Alright, so this bad boy is 4 bars long. There are plenty of other things you can do with it, but we're going to sort of learn this basic structure and then you can start improvising around that as well. But it sounds quite dramatic, it's got lots of dynamics going on, but it's not particularly difficult, which is the cool thing. So, if we just sort of, what I think the best thing to do is to break it down into bars 1 and 2, then 3 and 4. They both start off in kind of the same way. So once you've learnt measure 1, like measure 3 is pretty much the same thing as well. So let's have a look at what measure 1 and 2 are going to sound like. So if I get my right hand going with my foot, we've got 1 and 2 and 3 and 4, and it's doing that all the way through. All right. Now the first 2 measures sound like this: 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 1 and 2 and a 3 and a 4 and a 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 2 and a 3 and a 4 and a 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 1 and 2 and a 3 and a 4 and a. All right. So going through it, we've got obviously the right hand and the kick drum are just doing the same thing throughout. You're going to bring a high tom on the and a beat 2, and then you're going to put a big fat backbeat on the snare drum on beat 4. That takes care of measure 1. 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and. Right, when we get to measure 2, we've got another high tom on the and a beat 1, and then from the and a beat 2 onwards, we're going to play solid 16th notes, just right, left, right, left, right, left, right, left. But we're going to kind of play it almost as like a crescendo or a bit of a swell, so it's like do 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 do. So it kind of does that with like pitch as well as volume as well. So let's have a look at measure 2. So we're going to get this 1 and 2 and a 3 E and a 4 E and a. So I'm just going to bring my left hand down to the floor tom, the up beat 4. If I want to speed this up a bit, let's add measure 1 as well, because it sounds better when you put both of them back to back. So we get 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 1 and 2 and a 3 E and a 4 E and a 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 2 and a 3 E and a 4 E and a 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 2 and a 3 E and a 4 E and a. Alright, so that measure 2 is probably the harder part. 1 and 2 and a 3 E and a 4 E and a 1 and 2 and a 3 E and a 4 E and a 1 and 2 and a 3 E and a 4 E and a 1 and 2 and a 4 E and a. And once you've got those down, you're halfway there. All right, so if we now move on to measures 3 and 4, like I said at the beginning, bar 3 is exactly the same as bar 1. So we've got that 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and. Measure 4 is a little bit different. We're going to bring in some open hi-hats. That's going to be the and of beat 1 and then the and of beat 3. And as we close them, we're going to hit a backbeat on the snare drum. So we're going to get this 1 and 2. In fact, if I just show you what the hands are doing, 1 and 2 and 3, 4. And then when we get to beat 4, we're going to bring the left hand over to the floor tom for an and up. Let's chuck the kick in there. 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and up. You can probably loop that round. 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and a 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and a 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and up. And if we add that to bar 3, nice and slowly. So when we take that little and, I'm going to actually hit a crash, because obviously that's going to bring us back round to the first bar. At the moment I'm just like looping around bars 3 and 4. But it sounds quite cool to start the whole 4-bar sequence all over again. So if we put the whole thing together now, I'll go through measure 1, 2, 3 and 4 and I'll try and count it as I play. So here we go. 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 1 and 2 and a 3 and a 4 and a 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 1 and 2, 3 and 4 and a 1. And that's all there is to it. So it's quite a mouthful to get through when you're counting. So once you've internalised it, well, you won't need to count it once you've internalised it, but in the meantime, while you're doing that, count in your head. Save the breath. I'm rambling. I'll tell you what, I'll shut up, pop up there, we'll blast out a few different speeds and I'll come and say goodbye. All right, so here we go. All right, a bit faster, here we go. Fast. All right, drummers, so there it is. Hope you enjoyed that lesson. It's a really fun groove to play, very musical. If you want the sheet music, you can go and grab that from onlinedrummer.com. It's completely free to download. If you check the links below, you'll also find links to my Patreon page if you want to come and support the channel. There's also links to Facebook, Twitter, and all that lovely stuff. And also, come and find me on Instagram. I'll be posting little snippets of videos, you know, sort of on a weekly basis. So thanks again, keep drumming, and I'll see you next Thursday for some more bum-free drumming ideas. All right, see you later.